Alright, good morning everyone. Woo! It's been a while since I've been on the bike, and we're about to head out. We're gonna go meet riding today. First, it's been a while since I rode the bike. It's been a crazy, it is November already, and it's been a crazy October. I did a lot of put in a lot of OT and all that stuff, so I've just been doing a lot of videos in the garage, but it's been a while since I've been out on the bike. Let this bike rumble, baby. So it's a beautiful Sunday morning. It is the first Sunday of the month. You know, as always, we'll just stop by Bikes and Breakfast today, but we are gonna head out on the road. We do a little ride in today. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been on this bike, and it's been a while since I actually took the bike out. Off we go. Yeah, but it feels good on the bike. It is a little chilly. It's about, I don't want to say 45, 50 degrees. It'll probably get up to about 65. And yeah, we're going north, so it is going to stay a little cooler out throughout the day, but it just feels so nice to be out here. As you can see, guys, I got a new 360 camera. It is slightly used. It was from Cycle Fanatics. He was getting rid of his 360 and he offered to sell it to me, and so I didn't have to pay full price on a new one, which isn't bad. So it saved me a couple bucks. Thank you to Mr. Cycle Fanatics for that. So I've been getting all the stuff to build it out. I can hook up my mics to it. I got a nice little bracket on the side. You guys can see right there. But it is nice to have a 360 back. So I'll try to do some more angles and stuff like that. Right now it's just facing me, facing the front. I did buy a suction cup mount for the bag, so maybe that will get some angles like that. But as of right now, you know, I do have this claw mount here, and it does wonders. I usually never be at this light, but like I said, it is November. November is a month that, you know, the holidays are rolling around, but November is a men's mental health awareness month. This year, as always, every year, I teamed up with Movember, and Movember is an organization that spreads awareness for men's mental health, men's physical health, also men's suicide prevention. They also raise money for testicular and prostate cancer, and they do a lot of research for that. They have all these great programs on their website. If you check it out, it's us.movember.com. I'll leave a link below. And this year, as always, I always try to raise money. I always try to raise money for that cause. And this year, my goal every year is always $1,000. 2 years ago, I got close. 2 years, not close, but I was halfway there. I got about $500. So last year I didn't push it a lot because it was a crazy November for me, but this year we're back at it. We're pushing it hard again. You know, it's men's mental health is a very big topic that we don't really talk about as men, but you know, as men we sometimes tend to just keep shit to ourselves, and that's not a bad thing. But sometimes you do need that help. Sometimes you do need someone to talk to, someone just to ride with. So be that person this month and every month, you know. So I'll leave a couple links below that where you can donate to the cause. And I also made a Facebook fundraising page. It's connected to my Movember. I'll give you the personal link to my Movember page. And also there's a link in my Instagram bio. If you go to my profile page, right below it, it'll say fundraising for Movember. Why don't you just click that? You can donate that way. And when you donate, I've had a lot of donations already, and I've been slacking. But when you donate, every dollar you spend, I will do one push-up. So if you donate $2, I'll do 2 push-ups. You donate $10, I'll do 10 push-ups. And so on and so forth. So I will try to make videos for everyone who donated. I really appreciate the people that do. The people that donated to me, the first few are the ones that always donate every year. I do appreciate that. Well, if you can spend a little of that extra cash by donating, I would really appreciate that. I really would. You know, these programs that Movember runs and research and stuff like that, that's all the money goes to. If not, you cannot donate. I do have to say, if you have that father figure, if you have that role model a man, role model that you have, someone that you look up to, just have a conversation with them. Look, everyone has their own BS going on, and you know, sometimes the people that you look up to, you feel like they're Superman. They have no problems, but they do. They do have problems. Some deal with it better than others, some don't, but you know, at the end of the day, just have a conversation with them, just to see how they're doing. If you can't donate, that's the biggest part, you know. And if they are struggling through some things, you know, you don't have to give them the website to Movember right away, but you could just be there for them and talk to them. Sometimes people just need to want to talk, that's all. So it is something that it's near and dear to my heart, that people should spread awareness to this without getting into some crazy details. You know, my cousin that I grew up with, he's like my brother. One of his good friends took his own life, and you know, it was sad because, you know what, I mean, we all could have said we could have been there. Sometimes coulda, shoulda, woulda, it's too late. I always say to myself, maybe if we just talked to him, have a simple conversation, we would have figured out what was going on, and maybe we could have just stayed away from that whole situation. But that's why I really started supporting this organization, Movember, because you know, they do help. They have these programs that will help you. It's not a quick fix right away, and you know, for me, motorcycling does help, but it's not an end-all be-all. Sometimes you just really have to go talk to that person. You know, motorcycling for me, it was a little different. It does help me clear my head. It does help me just stay focused on what I'm doing right now, like on the road, and not worried about my problems. But at the end of the day, motorcycling is something that's not going to get you there to 100%. But if you go talk to someone, professionals, if you talk to your friends, you know, that always is a start. And like I said, Movember has all these resources for you, the person, just to have a simple conversation with. But if you can please donate, that'd be much appreciated. But right now we're gonna head out to Jose's house. We're gonna meet up with him and his wifey. She's been starting to ride with him, so it's a little different experience for Jose with two up. So I've been two up with my wife in it's been probably 3 years now. No, 2 years. 2 or 3 years, I don't know. 3 years. But we're gonna meet him. We're gonna bikes and breakfast a little bit, but we want to ride today. You know, I told him, yes, bikes and breakfast is nice. You get to see all the bikes and everything, but I just want to do a little bit of a riding today. So. Alright guys, so we just left bikes and breakfast. Now we're going to head up to Perkins Memorial Tower up in Bear Mountain. It's a beautiful scenery. I really like those roads going up to the mountain. You know, we're with a bunch of people today. We met everybody at Bikes and Breakfast. Now we do a little ride-in, and they have some lunch. But we're taking 9W up. All the leaves are changing around here. Such a beautiful colors. Look at it, look at it. Beautiful. Starting to change from green to the orange color, and such a beautiful area. You know, it's crazy that it's basically only 45 minutes to an hour away from where you live. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and also don't forget to donate to my Movember page. I'll leave a link below. Have a great day. Peace out.
I'm with your chick, I love it when she be on top, man.